YouTubers! I figured it's about time that I update y'all on my life thus far, since it's been forever since I mentioned anything. Well, a few of you already know that I got a job. Yay! And they decided to keep me past the season, so now I'm part-time. And it sucks. Why? Because from what I was told, part-time is supposed to get between 20 and 30 hours, and I only get about 12. And I'm also working retail, so I get to work with customers all day. Yeah, delightful. Then I have to listen to them complain about having to see their credit cards because you have to check to make sure that the back of the card is signed. People have problems with that. I don't even understand why. It's for their own safety, yet complaints. Then when we have to do credit card applications, they always have a problem with, why do you need to know my social security number? Why do you need to know how much I make in a year? Why do you need to know if I have a savings account? I don't want to know all that information. You need it for the credit card. The bank wants to know all this information. I don't care. But no, you decide that you want to save $20 off your transaction, and then you don't want to give me the information I need in order to process the application. Yeah, fun times. And then I just love when customers have problems and always complaining about their service. Oh, why do you want, why is my, why did my, why did the product come up to this much? Why do I have to hit accept when about the transaction and how much it's cost me? Yeah, y'all are gonna complain when y'all get your receipt back, but you're the one that accepted the charges for your account. I don't get it. I really don't. And then it's just frustrating. Then on top of that, when it comes to like duties, I have to listen to certain people tell me, oh, you need to work on protection plans. You need to work on your protection plans. Okay, so I get the protection plans for everyone. Oh, you need to work on your charge card applications. Okay, so now I have my charge card applications ready and I have the protection plans down packed. Oh, well, you need to work on customer surveys. You need to have X amount by the end of the month. So I get the customer surveys. I get the branded payments, which is the charge cards. I get the protection plans. Oh, you need to work on your invitation to apply for the charge cards. When does it end? I really don't know. First of all, y'all don't pay me enough. Second of all, y'all don't give me enough hours. And then y'all are going to complain about every little thing I do. Yeah. Post-grad life is not what I expected. And the people here, that's not the story. I'm so used to down south generosity and kindness. I'm used to people always saying, hey, can I get your number? Let's call sometime. Let's hang out. Let's do this. Oh, I get that here too. But I don't ask for your number. You give me your number. And then when I call and text you, you don't answer. And then when I mention it the next time I see you, you pretend that it went through one ear and out the other. What's that about? I don't understand. Yet you're going to tell me that you got my phone call or you got my text message, but no answer as to why you didn't respond to it. Like, I don't understand the point of people here in Pennsylvania, which I've heard is something that they do a lot, where you just give someone your phone number, tell them text you, tell them call you, expect them to text and call you, but you don't answer it. Or, hey, let's hang out, let's do this, but don't show up. Like, I've had that happen to me at least twice, and I'm sick of it. Like, I'm ready to go back to, like, my UCF people that actually answers my calls and listens to me, or will randomly text me and be like, hey, girl, what's up? I miss that. Like, is this just a we didn't go to college kind of thing? We have our own lives going on, or is this more of a up north, we don't really associate with people kind of situation? I have no idea. Then, let's see, what else is so fantastic about this place? Oh, I had it, and then it slipped my mind. Oh, I remember summer now. So a lot of people are like, you hanging out with people, you're chilling, you're doing this. I would say, yeah, I'm hanging out with a bunch of people. The people at church that are like 50 and 60 years old. Like, come on, guys, I'm like 20. I want to hang out with people my own age. I've met about 4 people in the last 8 months that are my age. You know what they are? Have 2 kids, married and have 2 kids, or they're 18, 19 years old and just starting college. That's not really my age bracket here. And those that are my age are kind of in their own space in life, because clearly, you know, post grad, you're cool, you pick up the phone, you chill, you do this. When you come up here, these people are like, hey, I gotta go home, I gotta take care of my 2 kids, or hey, I got a husband, so I'm gotta go home and I gotta chill with my husband. And I'm like, that's cool. All I did in the last 24 years is graduate from college. I don't have a husband, I don't have any kids. You want to chill? And of course they don't, because they have that kind of family situation going on in their own homes. Oh, and the best part thus far is public transportation. You have to love the public transportation around here. I told y'all about that whole ping pong situation with me on the bus. Well, I've had 2 interactions in the last 2 weeks with the buses. The first one, I am coming back from the mall and tired. We get on the bus, me and my mom. We make it 3/4 of the way back to the bus station when some retard calls up the station complaining about the bus driver passing him because he's not at the bus stop when the bus driver went by. So the bus station makes the driver, remember I said we were 3/4 of the way home, drive all the way back to the beginning of his route to go pick up that one customer. And then, of course, everyone's ticked off because we have a whole busload of people. And even when we pick up the guy, he's complaining because he says he's in the right, because the bus driver wasn't supposed to pass him by, that if there's a bus stop across the street, then there's automatically a stop across from that one. Listen, if you are a block away from the bus stop, you really don't have any argument going on here. Besides, if you really wanted to get on the bus, could have just ran to it. Yet, you just stood there. And now, the entire bus has to come back for your tail, and all you doing is complaining and yelling at the bus driver, who is a pretty decent guy. And then, of course, everyone's mad because they missed their second bus because we all had to come back for you. I have never seen a bus driver have to go back for a person in my life until that happened. And if you don't think that's crazy enough, tonight, it was just amazing. Tonight, I got off the first bus because me and my mom went out to eat. And usually when we get off the 16, that's the bus we were on, we hit the 18. The 18 has to wait at the bus stop station, because if he doesn't wait, everybody that was on the 16 has to wait an hour for the next bus. And we usually only get there like 2-3 minutes after he's supposed to leave the station. Okay, this woman gets on the bus before the 16 even gets to the station, while the bus is pitch black, the doors are closed, and the bus driver isn't even there. So when the bus driver got there, and we had just gone off the 16, the bus driver gets on the bus and starts getting into an argument with her because, you know, he feels, well, she's not supposed to be on this pitch black bus, and He's letting her know that. And of course, she got the nerve to start complaining and yelling about how he's supposed to leave at 7:10 and he wasn't there at 7:14. So the bus driver explains to her he has to wait for the 16 to come into the station so that the rest of us don't have to wait an hour for the next bus to show up. And all her complaint is, I'm in the right. What about the Constitution? If you would leave on time, or if you would let me be on the bus when I want to be on the bus, I need to get home too. And the bus driver is trying to explain to her, but he's already frustrated at the fact that she is on his bus with no permission, with the doors closed, with nobody around, that she needed to wait. And he's letting her on the bus after he explained that, and letting the rest of us on the bus. And the chick, instead of just letting it go, she keeps going and going and going. And he's like, this is the third time you've done this. I explained it to you the last time. You need to understand the rules and leave it alone. Does the girl leave it alone? No. She keeps going and going. I'm in the right. We're supposed to leave 10 after. If you would let me on the bus 10 after. Lady, the bus driver wasn't even next to the bus. He was on his break. You need to leave it alone. He even told her, if you don't stop, I am going to call security and get you escorted off of my bus. Does she listen? No. Well, if you're going to call security, then I'm going to call a lawyer to get you sued because of false advertisement. You're supposed to leave here 10 minutes after. And she keeps going. So, of course, the bus driver is frustrated and calls security. Now, this lady is about 5'7". The security person was about 5'4". And the security lady is like, hey, the bus driver wants you off the bus. Does she listen? No. Who's going to make me get off the bus? Y'all can try, but y'all not going to get me off this bus. She take that security lady off so much, and our bus driver had to walk down the street, not to cuss her out and not to shove her off this bus. And she going back and forth with the security guard. And the security guard's like, listen, my husband is a 5-time black belt. I can get you off this bus, so don't underestimate me. I may be small, but I am mighty. And she's like, oh, so now you're threatening that you're going to assault me? Security guard is like, I never threatened you. I'm letting you know that I can get you off this bus if I want to. Now, we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. And she goes, it's my constitutional right. It's false advertisement. Y'all can call the police on me if y'all want to, but I'm not going anywhere. Yes. So the bus driver at this point is like, you know what? For the sake of everybody else on this bus, because we have been sitting here for the last 10 minutes trying to wait for this woman to decide, he's going to drop her home, but he refuses to allow her on his bus again. So we pull off, and the security guard leaves. As soon as we pull him off, she's still running her mouth talking about, oh, you need to leave on time. You needed to let me get home on time. Who cares about the rest of these people? The bus driver had it. He stopped the bus, calls the police right then and there. But instead of waiting for the police, he saw one going by. So he drives, flags the police officer down, and explains the situation to the police officer. So the police officer tells us to pull over in the corner, and he gets on the bus and explains to the woman, hey, the bus driver does not want you on this bus, you have to get off. Oh, who's going to take me off? I paid my $3.50. I want to go home. I want to go home. If he would just take me home. They're like, you are on private property, and you need to get off this bus. This woman still refuses to get off the bus. 4 cop cars surround the bus. And they have to get on the freaking bus just to pull her off. And she starts crying by this point. about how all she wants to do is go home. Well, lady, if you really wanted to go home, you would have kept your mouth shut. You would have not argued with the security guard. You would not have argued with a police officer. And you definitely would not be arguing with the person that's supposed to be taking you home. Don't you know the old adage? Do not bite the hand that feeds you. Because this bus driver is the only bus driver that rides down your street at night. Meaning, if he's not going to take you home, and he's the only bus driver that goes in your direction, that pretty much means you are going to either have to walk home or you're going to have to pay $8 instead of $3 to get home. So yeah, my experience here has been very pleasurable and entertaining. I don't think I've ever had this much entertainment staying in Orlando. But I look forward to seeing what else happens while I'm in this great northern state. Well, YouTube, I'll see you later.